Mic check, mic check. I'm gonna check the stream.
Check.
Let me see. It's coming up in a second. Mic check. Yeah, we working. It's live, man. New Richmond Podcast back again with another one. Shout out my boy Key. He ain't here. This nigga I ain't gonna put his business out. This nigga sick. Shout out my boy Keon. Fuck you a bitch. Anyways, we got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. The one and only rated R LEVAR, man. Also known as just LEVAR. Also known as the Rager. Also known as somebody that's just trying to put the city on the map as long as all the other great creatives out here, man. What's up?
Word.
New Richmond, we here.
Yeah, finally,
we here.
We here finally. See, look, and niggas don't be understanding that shit, bro. Like, when's the last time we talked to each other about this, bro?
Man, I was just telling Dill on the way here, bro, like a year ago.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you told me, you said, bro, I got you. Just be patient. You feel me? Right time. You know, the world been kind of crazy since the pandemic. But, you know what I'm saying? We good. I'm happy to be here.
Word.
You know, everybody in good health. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to my boy Dylan. You know
we
what
got
I'm saying?
Dylan
Holding
in the back.
it down.
I'm going to try to.
Yeah. Go ahead, get your ones. Yeah. You feel me?
We here,
Shout
nigga.
out my guy. Yes, sir.
Word.
Facts.
Word. So, man, you gave out like 6 names. LEVAR, rated R LEVAR, the Rager.
Yeah.
So tell me, why is it LEVAR right now? Because I first heard of you from rated R LEVAR.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about that.
So, you know, I started off with a bunch of different names. You know, in high school, I went by a certain name. It was kind of to fit my moniker at the time. You know, I was a clean rapper, straight bars. You know, Dylan know what's up. We went to school together and shit, you know. I was around the hallways passing out CDs and shit. I was making shirts, had all the homies wearing it, you know what I mean? But then it went to rated R LEVAR. Well, actually, it went to LEVAR first when I turned like 18, because I was like, I got to switch it up. And that's my middle name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I can rock that. But then I was kind of on a singy vibe back then, but people weren't really, you know what I'm saying, catching on to that. I still need to work on my sound. So I decided to drop a mixtape where I was going to do more rapping. I was going to actually cuss. And I told my mom off rip, I said, yo, like,
Mom, let you know right now.
You know what I'm saying? You might hear something. And it was titled Rated R LEVAR, because it was like the version of me. Then, yeah, and it got some traction. You know what I'm saying? People started calling me Rated R LEVAR. And I was like, nah, it's just LEVAR. They was like, nah, it's Rated R LEVAR.
Rated R LEVAR is hard.
You feel me? It got a ring to it. And then the brand just fit over the years. We started growing it. And but as of right now, I think, you know, it's just another phase for me. I think I'm really ready to just start representing myself as LEVAR. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my name, you know.
No, that's good.
Yeah, and I want the music and the stuff that I put out to represent who I am, and not just, you know, the brand that I was trying to push, you know, all these years. You feel me?
Right.
Yes, sir.
So great explanation. What makes music important to you?
So, like, let's go through the cliches. You know what I mean? Like, music, I listen to music all my life. You know what I mean? You know how I do say, but not like, literally, like, when I tell you, like, me and Dylan went to high school together, like, we was in band, like, our whole life. You know what I'm saying? Music was all we knew.
One band, one sound.
You feel me? Like, all that. But, and literally, when you even say that, one band, one sound, like, creating that one band, there was a culture in that. You know what I'm saying? Even from, like, you being a senior and teaching the youngins, like, it was a whole culture in that. And I was honestly one of the first people to ever make music, like, outside of band at Thomasdale, like, to drop tracks. And to, like, do all this stuff. So I felt an obligation to keep pushing and keep trying to push the sound and bring more light to the sound that I love. But music being important to me, man, it's because it's embedded in me. You know, when you play an instrument for 10, 12, 15, it's like you don't let that go. You know what I mean? It's just translated over to DAWs and Logic and FL and live performances, but it's all still there, that same love.
Right. Would you play like the French horn?
Nah.
I tried to guess.
Nah. Hey, did you play French? No, you play baritone. Baritone.
What's a baritone?
It's like a mix between like a small tuba.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you still gotta be nice to play that. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't downplay the baritone. You feel me? But nah, I played the saxophone. I started off on tenor.
That's hard.
Yeah, you feel me? You know,
this nigga got class.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, like, you know, I was in jazz band for 3 years in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, saxophone was my ish, bro. I just felt like I was singing through that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was expressing myself. And it's the same way with, like, baritones or any other instrument you play. But that one, everybody know the saxophone got a different type of love to it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, so you transition from band,
yes sir,
into okay. Um, so let's just take it back one step. Why the band?
So honestly, like I played football for like 3-4 years growing up. You know, I grew up in a neighborhood where everybody was like, you was on the street, sideline pop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody playing. That's what you do. You know, so you go to the Candle Lady house afterwards. You go to the park, whatever. Like that's just how we grew up. But I've been a skinny nigga, you know what I'm saying, like my whole life. And my younger brother actually still play now. You know, he was the one that, you know, I put him on the football, but he the one that carried that for us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the music, and then my mans can do that. You feel me? But you know, I still got a love for football, and I wanted to be an architect growing up too. Like that was a real big thing for me. I wanted to design buildings. I wanted to design spaces, energies, but I felt like music was the easiest way to honestly kind of change what people may have thought about me. You know what I mean? It was a good way for me to really show people what I thought in my head and get all these thoughts out that I wasn't able to express through football or
That's so interesting because a lot of people I know that make music say that, but people like to call me creative. I don't think I'm creative, but I don't understand that of having something in your head and then expressing it through music and it being satisfying. Like, what is it? Huh? Yeah, but not through music though.
Right.
Like
so,
I don't see, like, explain that a little bit.
and honestly over the years, bro, like I think I was just caught up with like, so it's different when you play saxophone, right? Because you're with an ensemble of people or you're solo and it's you in that instrument, right? Mm-hmm. And people can adapt to something that they've already heard. But when you get into the situation where, you get into a situation where you listen to an artist, it's so personal. It's like you're listening to their words or their expression of their life. And sometimes some people may say, you know, well, me putting my life experience on this song is like a therapy to me, you know, and that makes them feel good, right? Yeah. But for me, I make music, so when I do live performances, the energy is there. So like when I feed off people in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Or like people will hit me and be like, yo, like, I remember this one time I was driving down the street, it was pouring down raining, bro. Driving down the street, and I'm not famous. I'm gonna put this, I'm not famous. A lot of people know me, but I'm not famous. I was driving down the street in my car, and this kid was with his mom, right? And he's like pointing at me, like, roll the window down. And I'm like, I'm not rolling the window down.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? It's pouring down, raining.
Right.
But I was like, he looked familiar, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know him, but I was like, I'm gonna roll it down. This man literally, he was like, yo, like, you're rated LEVAR. Like, you're like, I know you, bro. I listen to your stuff, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Folly World, like, da-da-da, like, and I'm like, dude, like, message me on Instagram. I want to send you some merch. You know what I'm saying? And just that interaction, like imagine if I would have been an architect. You know what I mean? Somebody might not have been able to recognize me in that form of fashion to be able to say like, yo, like your work changed me. Your work affected me to the point where I'm getting wet and my mom's freaking out. Like, why are you rolling down the window to yell at this man? You know what I mean? But I think it's those moments where you can really tap in with somebody and have them love your music just because you're expressing something. That's what it is for me. I don't know about other people though, but yeah.
That's okay. I can that gives me a better understanding.
Facts.
Understand that. All right, so did you? I know I kind of asked, but did you mention why you got into the band? Oh, because you were smaller and you let your brother.
I was just like, you know, I went and they tried to get me to play the trumpet and I couldn't do it. You know, and even from like baritone to saxophone, there's two different. Like mouthpieces, right? And I just couldn't get the whole buzz thing. But the saxophone was easier for me. Like I could work it. So I started off on tenor, and then they moved me to bari, which is like a massive, you know, like a big saxophone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it felt a lot more comfortable for me. I was the only person that ever really played that instrument. It was only like 3 of us in high school who played it. Yeah. But the band was cool, but it wasn't all that. It's not like the movie like American Pie and like band camp. You know what I mean? Because that's what I thought it was gonna be. You know, I'm like, you know, we lit. It's really not like that. It's really not. But shout out to the band, man. Shout out to all the band geeks out there.
Word. So you were one of the first people. So I'm going back to the rap now. You were one of the first people at your school to start putting out music.
Bruh, pure hip hop, bro.
I know what that's. I don't know what that's like, but I know what it's like to. What's the point I'm making? Like you went to Thomas Dale too, so it's not. How, like, what's the ratio black to white there?
I mean, let's keep it a band. Like it's mixed. It's like it's a lot of Hispanic. It's some Hispanic.
It was like I would say like what's the ratio though? I would say like it was like 30. I would say 30% black.
Yeah.
And like,
right.
30% black.
A good one like what 50% white.
Yeah.
And the rest is like a mixed denomination.
Right.
But, you know, predominantly white. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really expecting a whole bunch of rappers to come out of there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what I will say is once I started building that bridge between, okay, this is more attainable, you know, and I'm not even trying to act like I was the only person who thought of doing something like this. I literally just wasn't that cool in high school. You know, I had friends and stuff, but, you know, it's categories. It's very clicked up. It's like either you a band geek or you a jock or you just a nigga that's fresh that could literally nut it up. But the fact that I was in the lunchroom, you know what I'm saying, like rapping, like cold, like, and nobody could really come up to me and out rap me, that kind of put me in a better place. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was about. That's what I was trying to get into. What was it like to stand out in something? You know,
Man, I remember the first, you know, like people love when you rap, but you still want pulling. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I was young, I was the rapper kid. You know, everybody knew me. Niggas was listening to my shit. They would buy the merch and wear it in school. Teachers would be like, "What's that?" And he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's so and so shit." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you graduate, that's when it's like, all right, but what do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what we kind of got into the situation of, all right, well, now I got to start taking this whole rap thing. Like I was cool in high school, but now it's like SoundCloud's out. And that was around the time when Uzi popped and like Travis popped. And it's like, we don't want no boom bap. And I remember I opened up for Father in high school. I was 16. Father. Awful Records. Now he doesn't have Awful Records, but the name of his group was Awful Records. But I opened up for him at the Broadberry, and you know, it was dope. I was doing my rap stuff, you know what I'm saying? People was in, and it was packed. It was huge. I think I was like 17 or something.
Damn.
And then he was in the back, and they was like, "Yo, he don't want to come out yet. So anybody want to freestyle?" And all my homies like, "Yo, like pull him up there again." I had already went. I'm like, I'm good. But it was like, you got to go. So I go up there. And I start rapping. So at this point, he's there, though. Father's there. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to go on and stuff. And I start rapping. And I just hear from the back. They was like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." Like, somebody from his camp was like, "Yo." And that's when it hit me. And I was like,
yo, you smoking this shit.
Boom bap is dead.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh,
hip-hop is. Because that was around the time when niggas was popping Zans and, you know, dyeing their hair. And, you know, it's still going on now. But it was like, that's when it was fresh. And SoundCloud rappers was a thing. I was far from a SoundCloud rapper back then. Right. So, yeah, man. Those high school days ended pretty early.
Word. So, listening to your music now, and I listened to your most recent project. It's not boom bap. So, speak to me about the transition that you made. Like, was that like a pivotal moment? It's like, all right, I got to switch what I'm doing, or did you just find like inspiration somewhere else?
So, in all honesty, man, like I grew up listening to Jay-Z, Andre, Wayne. You know, I was listening to your last interview, Wayne.
You know nigga, see, thank you, Wayne. Nigga, Wayne's that nigga, right?
Yeah, 100%.
He's still 100%.
Still is. You know, people like Eminem, like bars. You know what I'm saying? That mattered, and more specifically, Jay-Z. I remember learning Empire State of Mind on my saxophone and playing like Alicia Keys' part when she's singing high, and just like going to my mom's room, like, yo, I want to rap. I want to be a rapper because I want to make music like that. You know what I'm saying? And then for a while, it got lost in the translation, and people started rapping more about partying and experimenting with stuff, and you know, and the auto-tune came back really heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I started listening to people more like Travis Scott, you know, like Uzi. I always listened to Ye, but Ye started transitioning and like moving with it, and I'm like,
I ain't going that part.
Yeah. Like, but at the same time, it was like I knew, because I was a little bit older. My younger brother was more in it. You know what I'm saying? I was a little bit like, I'm like 2 years out of the curve, but I still want this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still young enough to keep up with the youngins or whatever, right? So that's when the whole being inspired by Travis and the way he cultivates live performances. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's not the best rapper. He don't got the best, you know what I'm saying, bars or whatever, but it's something about his live performances that has these people losing their shit, and he's selling out stadiums. You know what I'm saying? And that became like, all right, I know I can make music. I proved it. I've been the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? And when it mattered being the best rapper, right? But it's not about that anymore. It's about branding. It's about how you can cultivate a following and a business and create a life out of this if you really love this music stuff. So I just tried to, you know, create my own little brand and follow the wave, but also pave my own way through the inspirations that I have.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Did I answer your question?
You did. You kind of
Partially?
Yeah, you know, you did. You
Okay.
did. You was like you've been the best rapper, and
Yeah.
now you trying to stay relevant.
Facts.
Similar to that. So tell me about your most recent project. I went through it twice. Let me pull it up.
Right. The new project. That's what we were on.
Right.
The new project. Is this Fast Satisfactions 3?
Fast Satisfactions 3.
So I started Fast Satisfactions, and that was the first tape I actually dropped. Was my first attempt at being, quote unquote, like a culture vulture, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm in the culture, so I ain't really picking off nothing. But it's more like, all right, let me stamp
On the wave type shit.
right. So the first one, it was really just about what are fast satisfactions, right? Like sex, money, drugs, power. You know what I'm saying? So I made songs about those feelings. And the first song was called Sex, and that one kind of blew up on SoundCloud. I was doing minor shows back then, and people started catching a wave of that. It was like, all I want is sex. That bitch say she want my heart. I said all, and it was like so misogynistic. You know what I mean? But people wanted to hear that at the time. But now, in retrospect, onto Fast Satisfactions 3, is more about the look back. Like, yo, like I really did some of those things in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I really dove into that, and it's more of like do I even need these fast satisfactions anymore? You know, after going through the first one and the second one, it kind of showed me like, yo, like this is your last fast satisfactions, but like if you're gonna do it, go out with a bang. You know what I mean? So songs like Vert, you know, like I just nerd off the earth, all the drugs, make it worth it. It's literally party. It's like let's go up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I got from this.
And I wanted people to feel that energy, because now I'm in a sense of I'm starting to fall back in love with the reason why I looked up to Jay-Z in the first place. It's because of that boss, that like that stature, that you know is meaningful when he say it type of mentality and type vibe with this music, and even with my bars. You know what I mean? So that project's a good one. Even I think Schmiz is on there.
Schmiz is on there, yep.
That song Schmiz, first of all, you know, I'm not really super huge with like streamings and all that stuff, but I know the impact that song had at shows.
That shit streamed good.
It's documented, bro. Like live, like the energy, you play it and you're going. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going on. And I wanted to create the feeling, not just make a song about drinking, but I wanted to create what it felt like to be completely drunk. And a lot of people have said when they listen to that song that they feel drunk. They feel like they in the middle of a party, you know, like they just walked out the function with their cup in their hand. I don't talk too much. I bet I jig, do my dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to vibe. I'm going to have a good time. Right. You know what I mean?
No, that's hard. And so my favorite track on this project was the first one, Back to Folly World. Tell me about, number one, what is Folly World? Tell me what went into making this track, and let's just stop there.
Yeah. So a lot of times in life we'll go through stuff, and we have to be able to look back on stuff and talk about it, but not necessarily, and understand that, but this is something that happened in the past. You know what I mean? I had a album called Hollywood Cemetery, and that album was basically. I was
gonna bring that up next, man. That's some Richmond shit. Niggas don't know about that.
They don't know about it. Right? I grew up real close to Hollywood Cemetery. Like a lot of my family from Northside.
And you saw a ghost there one night. And
I ain't gonna get it out. And we can get into the ghost shit later. But as far as that one, I always looked at that cemetery and it showed me like, yo, that's inevitable. That's inevitable. And that gave me my first like ego death when I was young. It was like, you can't. You know, and death in general, you know, a family member of mine was buried there. It was like a whole thing. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, you have to understand that life isn't always promised, but you have to be humble enough to be able to move through life with the confidence and knowing that it's not promised. You know what I mean? So Folly World is basically like everybody's heard of Molly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's heard of the party drugs, and a part of you know, growing up was being a part of, you know, that culture. And Folly is basically when you take Fiji water and then you take and I'm not trying to encourage anybody to do anything.
Yes, you are.
But it's when you take Fiji water and
why
Molly.
Fiji water? Why gotta be Fiji?
Because we're bougie. And Fiji's not even. First of all, the pH is not even all that.
Yeah, that shit like thick. 6 or
it's
something.
Not that great. As you can see, I was already on some other shit. But
you should have said Essential World or something.
Essential. Shout out to Essential. Y'all, quick, Joe. I did a photo shoot in South Carolina, and Essential actually liked it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I wanted
hard.
to be like, yeah, and it was just some slight. And I was like, that's dope. I was posing with the water, but water, Molly, you know, and I've had plenty of nights off that, you know what I'm saying, in the past. I don't do that anymore. But that feeling off that and how it feels is the definition of Folly World.
Oh, back to Folly World.
You know what I'm saying? So the last time I had did it,
you talking crazy.
I had you know, that song is just basically about, you know what I'm saying, being on Folly, you know what I'm saying, like saying how my girl's saying shit to me, but she know I'm not listening, like, you know what I'm saying?
I love that song.
Because it's a vibe.
That's of all the ones on here, that creates an image for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like hearing the beat and just how you on the beat. It's visual.
All produced
Something
by
about
me
it.
too.
You did that?
Yeah, man, you know it.
Something about that is creates a visual for me, and I can. Even though I don't listen to that style of music, I can relate to shit like that. You know, when he creates a visual, I like it more.
Yeah. I'm all about the visual, man. And even just saying that the first song was like, yo, I'm going back into this state.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like when Eminem dropped his Relapse. I'm not sure if people listen to it, but it's like that type of idea is like, yo, I'm talking about a time where I went back when I shouldn't
and with
have.
the explanation, that's hard. That title's
You know what I
hard.
mean? And then everything after that is just litness.
It sounded like an intro. It sounded like it was supposed to be there,
Yes, sir.
and then all the shit following it.
Yeah, and then it's like Lifestyle. At the end of it, I think is that on there? Lifestyle
Is.
It just kind of shows like I'm gonna spend it how I wanna. I'm gonna keep living. I'm gonna live how I wanna. Yeah, lifestyle how I wanna. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just kind of showing people like, yo, you have to be able to move freely and understand within yourself that you only got one life, but also be smart and don't make mistakes that you know you can't get back from. You know what I mean? And that's lessons that I try to teach throughout my music. But that's also another reason why I stopped the whole rated R thing, is because I'd rather talk about things that are more appealing to uplifting in life, or some really just hard hitting bars. Like, or if I gotta talk my shit, like I'm gonna say it, and when I say it, you gonna hear it, but you gotta go back and be like, hold on, what this nigga just say?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking forward to now. After I've done as much as I've done over the last few years.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So what are you working on right now?
What I'm working on right now, me and Dylan, we just been tapping in, trying to cultivate this new sound, trying to cultivate these new projects. Right now, we are working on an album. We are working on a series of videos. A lot of great custom artwork done by a lot of prestigious people. We're working on a lot of features and stuff like that. We're just trying to become to the point where we can say like highest quality, and that's something that we was talking about before it started, is high quality stuff. So right now we just trying to get in the booth and just make the best material possible, absolute best material possible. But nothing will come out for a while until it's done.
What's a while? Like what's that sound like?
Hey,
and are you coming with just singles, or are you coming with a smack drop a project on this?
I think people should. In the past, the last single I dropped was "Won't Stop," and that single itself did really well. And I think the fact that singles exist is really good for artists, because it gives people a chance to sneak peek into what the album may be. But I don't know if I'll be dropping an album anytime soon. But we are working on like a full length project that is along the lines of something that people are going to say like, oh, this is going to last for a while. We don't want something, we're not really with the microwave shit, you know what I'm saying? We really with that oven shit, you know what I'm saying, that home cooked meal shit. So we're going to try to put more of that out and less stuff like fast satisfactions, but same energy, same intent, same love, just more passion in the music.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't usually like singles, but shout out to Keezy Bands. He gave me like a real reason on why he dropped singles. It's like when you put a single out, niggas can't really skip past it. If you're gonna listen to it, you gotta listen to the whole thing. Like you're gonna listen to it, then you come with another one, you gotta listen to the whole thing, and it kind of puts you in the mood for what the project is gonna be like.
And
that
speaks on like the attention span thing too. You know what I mean? Like people just really have a hard time digesting projects in itself, and I think that the way that streaming is working, everybody's overstacking their albums, putting like 30 songs and whatnot on there. Just hoping that people's attention span will catch up later on. But I think singles will probably be the move for us.
Yeah.
For a little bit, yeah.
But see, I like projects because normally, well, I used to never do this, but now when I listen to shit, like when I intentionally listen to it, I just play it all the way from start to beginning. And I do it like depending on what I'm doing. If I got time to listen to it 3 times, I'll listen to it 3 times.
Facts.
If it's just 2, but I like to just go from start to beginning. And so that's why when singles come on, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't really want to. But I do understand it, and it makes sense for sure.
And that even in that juxtaposition itself, it's kind of hard to cater to the different type of music listeners. You know what I mean? And that speaks on how much you have to put into being an artist, because you got to know that some of your fans gonna want the single, some of your fans gonna want the full length project. So I think us trying to try something different is gonna be really good. But I think more people should be like you. I think more people should listen to albums. I'm a big album person, but I will say that I feel like my albums haven't been a full expression of what I can actually do.
Right.
And I think over the years that I've learned in doing this music, that this next project is gonna be like something that I can say is a full definition of who I am, which even goes into why we're more than likely gonna be dropping the whole rated R thing and just going by LEVAR. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You know how many tracks it's gonna be?
Nah.
You know how many tracks it's not gonna be?
Yeah, it's not gonna be 25.
Okay.
It's not gonna be more than 20.
Because I like, and this is just me. Like, don't listen to me. I'm just a nigga talking, right? But it's when it's 10, that's not enough. When it's 12, that's kind of good. When it's more than 13, that's kind of too much for me. Do you think most people have that same feeling, or?
My girlfriend's probably gonna hate me when I say this, but I think it's more like, what are you willing to do on a first date? You know what I mean? What do you want on the first date, and what do you think is too much, and what do you think is just enough? You know what I mean? That's kind of how I treat this music, because it's like I'm not finna drop a crazy bag.
Yeah.
But I am gonna drop a decent enough bag to let you know that I could drop a bag. But it's also like I wanna get that nice dinner, but I might just cook it for you just to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Come on, man. Let's be real. So on the real, I think if we start treating the music and we start treating just the music and the way we put it out more like a real human to human interaction, then it'll start translating a little bit better.
Word.
And I ain't even mean to be dropping these gems on these.
No, you talking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It's like it's 7:02. I know you gotta leave soon.
You good? Let's go. Let's keep it going.
All right, see, because I was thinking about 7. All right, so look, I noticed at one point, maybe you're still doing it, you were putting on events out here in Richmond. Tell me how that came about. Are you still doing it? What was that like?
So the events, man, like, shout out to every single artist in this city. Shout out to every single artist that I've ever put on. Shout out to I'll take a little bit more.
You want more?
I'm gonna finish this water first. So hold up.
Yeah, because I was looking at your cup. I was like, how did she get clear like that? Did I think.
Yeah, let's get right. Hey, drink more water, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
hey, real
water,
shit.
Y'all. Right, I might have put too much. My bad.
Good. Yo, somebody literally told me they don't like how water tastes.
That's crazy.
I know they not gonna live very long, but I'm praying for them.
But even right now, we ain't drinking nothing hard. Just something nice. Some little nice wine.
No plug though.
Nice white from Portugal. Oh yeah.
Hey, but look. Hey,
these my niggas though.
Word?
Nah, I'm bullshit.
Yo, subscribe to my mans. Hey, new Richmond Podcast, baby. You already know where we at, man. Number 1, straight to the top. I love it here, man. But
Appreciate you. We in here having a ball
already, bro. Already. So, shout out to every single person that I've ever got the opportunity to work with as far as shows. You know, we was talking about your last guest and how she's been on some of our stuff. And shout out to everybody. As far as the events right now, we plan on doing stuff that's more expandable. You know, I've had talks in the past about creating a virtual game that you can go around the city and actually play, like download an app and be able to do something. I've talked to developers about that. But right now, as far as the music events, we did a crazy year last year, like a phenomenal year. We do the Masquerade Ball last year. That was one of the biggest things we ever done. We rented out the Hippodrome. We sold the fuck out. You know, party
crazy.
bus, everybody dressed up, James Bond theme. We did the commercial. We had mad shows. We brought out a lot of people. We got at the Canal Club for the first time. We literally hit almost every single venue in the city, and it was great for us. But we've also learned that because of COVID and because of the way that this city is structured, it's not built for us to win. And we're talking about, specifically colored people. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we want to change. And I thought that I was changing by being the one to get into these doors and try to make ways, but it's a sad truth that no matter how far you push, you know what I'm saying, into a certain degree, you're not going to be able to get everything that you want out of it. And we think that right now that we've pushed things to a certain limit, we've shown people what we can do. We've shown that we love our city and we love the culture. We love the artists. But right now we think that we're going to be doing a lot of minimal things for the city, and they're going to be minimal, but they're going to be huge. You know, we want things that are going to be phenomenal. We want things that are going to actually change people's lives when you go there, and change the way that you think, and change the way that people look at cultured people, colored people, you know what I'm saying, people who are different than what is being pushed right now, so we can have more of a voice and we can have more control and we can have our own venues. You know what I'm saying? We can have our own this and our own that. But also right now we are just really, really appreciative of what we've done for our community. But we also know that there's a dream that I have, and it's the 15-year-old in me screaming right now, like, yo, like, you still got them bars, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still got, you still have dreams and accolades that you want to complete. And I'm so happy that I've been able to help every single person in this city that I've helped. But, I do think that it's time to continue to push into different boundaries and see what else I can bring back to the city that we've known to grow and love, Right.
So when you say in different avenues, you mean not shows and something else, or different types of shows?
One, COVID, you know what I mean? So a lot of virtual stuff.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
People have been bringing a lot of people from different states, like from different labels to this. You know what I mean? We want to have those type of connections where we can literally be like, hey, like for instance, we threw March Madness last year. It's a bracket.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Right. And we gave away $200 and we gave away a trophy. We want to do March Madness this year, but we want to do it for like everyone. We want it to be more like a people thing and start giving away stuff like the whole month. You know,
and
what
not
I mean?
A music thing is what you're saying. Like not just rappers,
not just music.
Different. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we want to start helping everybody. And I just feel like there's a serious oversaturation. There's a serious oversaturation right now. We want to allow.
It is. Check my inbox. I'll tell you, bro. Niggas.
And be patient. Y'all got to be patient. Y'all got to be patient. You know how long I waited for this? Y'all got to be patient. All right?
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's stamped right here on New Richmond. Like, at the end of the day, we think that there's a great way that this city can go and that we see the future. But we have to move into different avenues where we're going to be more of a better support system for the great hidden talent that is Richmond, Virginia.
Right.
Cheers to that.
You said, yeah. Cheers to that.
Have a good time, man. Really. Invite me to your party. Send me an invite. Whatever. Y'all go.
I ain't gonna lie. This interview fun as hell. I'm having fun. Like I thought you was gonna have to leave and shit. I was gonna invite you back next weekend,
bro. I'll come back still. We gotta do a part 2.
If you so. The reason it's at 6:00 is because that's when my co-host gonna be here, but he's not feeling good.
Yeah,
so
we can do it whenever.
I don't know. I know what I plan to do next weekend, but I don't know how it's gonna happen. But yeah, we can figure that out.
Honestly, yeah, because I think there's so much more we have to discuss, bro. Like I think that
you still gotta leave in a little bit,
bro. We got like at least a good 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, bro.
Right.
We can chop it up. We can hit your questions. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, so look, is there anybody in Richmond right now that you think needs some type of recognition? It don't matter what they do.
I want to shout out to anybody who is an advocate for mental health. I want to shout out anybody who is creating foundations for people to have that outlet. Not specifically, but including, black people. I feel like mental health in the black community is not talked about a lot. And anybody who is out there trying to help your fellow people, like I want to shout out to y'all. I kind of get in my own world a little bit with stuff. But if it ain't us, then it's everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. You know, we supporting everybody. So anybody who's doing anything to just help mental health right now, because it's really serious, then I support you and I applaud you. But also shout out to us. We really moving. You know what I'm saying? And we love all of our fans, and we love the city, and we really want to keep being a great pillar for everybody. And when I say we, I mean Rad Boy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
I thought you were talking about me. No, I'm fucking with you.
But shout out to you, man, dude. How many people shout you out, bro?
Nobody, but no, I'm lying. They do. I'm bullshitting.
Shout out to
you,
bro.
Niggas be showing love. Niggas do show
Facts.
love. Niggas do show love.
And you gotta understand, like, this just like me to the people. Professionalism is very serious. You know what I'm saying? And when you get around somebody who is keeping it professional, you know, warming, when you get into environments like this, like, you gotta love it, bro. So shout out to you, bro. You're doing a great job.
That.
Shout out to New Richmond Podcast, for real.
Appreciate you. I don't know. Do I want to rush the freestyle topic? Because there's plenty more we could talk about.
Yeah.
You know, this is gonna end up being like, it says 40, so 30 minutes. We normally do longer than that. So I'm gonna extend the invitation to you to come back next weekend.
Yes, sir.
Is 6:00 still good?
Yeah.
Or would it be a better time?
Bro, 6 is straight.
Because I normally do earlier, but 6 is so my co-host can be here.
Yeah.
But if you gotta do the same thing at 7 next weekend,
probably not.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Yeah, I think we should definitely save the freestyle one for next week. But if you got any more questions or anything, you know, we can just chop it up about stuff.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do something. Because bro was talking crazy about that shit. I ain't gonna lie. he was bro. We got getting crazy.
Yeah. Definitely, man. There's so much stuff we could talk about. I mean, just honestly, I think right now the city is going through an interesting divide. It's going through a very interesting divide. Yeah. I think we're kind of riding from the inside out. And I think if we could actually just realize that we're here to help each other more than we are to hurt each other, I think that we all might be better off.
What do you think that is? I've never heard that.
Yeah.
I want to see what you mean by that.
That's literally me on some, you know, when you right there, bro, when you literally, like you said, check your DM, like, bro, like last year, I can't even, bro, like we had a subscription service, you know what I'm saying, Rad Boy Plus. We offered people the opportunity to perform on our stages for a year, you know what I'm saying, even gave them paid opportunities and stuff. It just shows that a lot of people want that. But they also, I would say a lot of people want to be able to feel like an artist, you know, but there's a lot that comes with it. It's not a lot of people that have genuine love for stuff that's been years at a time to learn how to just be a better version of it. Right now, I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, I like rap. I could be a rapper.
I just want to be on stage.
You know what I'm saying? I can be on stage.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people hit me up and be like, don't even got no music nowhere. It's like, bro, how I'm supposed to listen
Let
to
me
you,
get
bro?
on your jump.
Yeah,
just to
I'm
talk.
supposed to listen to you.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of people need to respectfully understand that there's a process, bro. There's a process for everything. And I feel like right now, because of the oversaturation, that there are a lot of people like myself or like you who have like genuine intentions or actually like, you know, trying to do something that's more on a professional basis and something that can be a good look. Because a lot of stuff just is about how it looks. You know what I'm saying? And I think that right now, if we can just kind of try to figure out who we are, what is Richmond? You know, you look at Richmond and it's like a huge melting pot of so much stuff.
That's a great explanation because you know how not every other place, but a lot of the places that are popping off right now, they got an identity. It's something that says that nigga's from Richmond.
Exactly.
That nigga's from Detroit. That nigga's from wherever.
Right. ATL.
You don't really
DC.
see that shit here. Like, it's,
you know what I'm saying?
There's no
like,
identity.
2 hours up the road, like even Go-Go in itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
DC.
they
Niggas
have
know that
something
right.
that is like nationally recognized. I would even say globally recognized as a sound from DC. What do we have? But a bunch of crab in a barrel mentality ass niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, let's really cultivate a sound, you know? And I really love the fact that there's a lot of like rage music coming out of here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like free thought, like rappers, you know what I'm saying? Conscious rappers, a lot of singers. I think Richmond more definitively has great singers and a lot of soul.
You're right. I think
a lot
you're
of
right
great
about
soul.
that. Yeah.
And
for sure.
Even if we need to tap into what that is, let's do that. Yeah. Let's stop force feeding all this, you know what I'm saying? Let's start force feeding. Let's start creating home cooked meals. You know what I'm saying? Let's start really helping our artists. And if you see your friend, like I was telling you about Duggar. My man's Duggar is a church baby from Petersburg. This man can sing by literally just talking. This man can literally sing on an instant. If you see somebody like that in your life and you know they got something, help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak life into them. Like, don't talk down on your peoples. Don't try to just one up your peoples because you feel like they better than you. Like, no, like, work together, like, help each other out so we can become a city that actually helps each other. You go to ATL, you meet one dude and you can meet like 20 other niggas after that and then get on. And next thing you know, you in a room with Gucci, you've been out in ATL for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I didn't seen it. I've literally seen it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if we had that out here, this city could literally elevate people. People would want to come here and be like, oh, look at this wondrous city where all this flourishing talent and this flourishing art and like love and passion is being pushed. Except we're pushing this agenda of hating somebody and copying whatever's finally trickling down from the north on us. You know what I'm saying? We can finally get some swag. Like, nah, like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, I grew up here. I love this city. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to start definitively pushing who we are, and we need some real niggas to step up and join and come to the plate. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well put. We can go ahead and end it there. I'm gonna let you go ahead and drop your socials, man. You wanna drop your socials?
Hey, look, man. Follow me on everything. Rated R LEVAR, YouTube, Instagram. I don't really do Facebook, but if you want to do Facebook, you know what I'm saying, add me on there. But Instagram is where you can find literally everything. You know, I talk a lot more on there. YouTube, you can find all my music videos, my art directions and stuff like that. Music, Rated R LEVAR. Pretty soon, everything's just gonna be LEVAR. You know, we're really working to just get that name branded and being pushed as that. But more importantly, man, shout out to the new Richmond Podcast, man. Like, real talk, I cannot thank you enough.
Appreciate you
for letting me be here.
For sure.
Shout out to Richmond. Shout out to RVA. New music coming soon. I am low key gonna do a concert real soon. Just look out for it. Okay. Just look out for it. I'm not gonna stop. And like, respectfully, I'm still the #1 performer in Richmond. Period. I'm out here, and we still leveling this up, baby.
Word.
New Richmond.
Hey, we here. All right, look, New Richmond Podcast. Y'all know how it go. New Richmond on YouTube. New Richmond Podcast on Instagram. New Richmond Podcast on YouTube. New Richmond Show on Twitter. Follow my personal Instagram, TeimonPhillips. Follow my personal Twitter, __CALLMEETEE. KEON, you a bitch. Hey, call this nigga KEON a bitch because he didn't show up to your shit, bro.
Hey, man, I'm excited to meet you, bro.
Call him
you
a bitch, bro. Nah, fuck nah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, man, yeah.
Call this nigga a bitch. Call him a
him a
bitch, bro.
Yeah, my manager's like, nah.
Everybody calls him a bitch, bro.
Hey, look, KEON, I'm excited to meet you. We gonna see if you a bitch or not next week, bro. Real shit.
All right, man. Hey, New Richmond Podcast, we out. Peace.
Yes, sir.